Hello and welcome to another video. Now, it's May and summer's around the corner, and what goes great with summer and the hot weather but cold food. And so for the month of May, I'm going to be doing cold summer soups. And we're going to start out with one of my favorites. It's called altibars. It's from Lithuania, and it's a cold dairy and beet soup with cucumbers and other veggies. It's delicious. It's one of my favorite summer soups. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to go on to the ingredients next, but you got to try this out. It's well worth it. So for the ingredients, we have pickled red beets, and I was able to get some that are shredded, so I'm not going to have to shred them today. It's approximately half a kilogram. And so about a pound, 16 ounces. I have 6 eggs, and we're going to medium to hard boil these. Have about, good sized length of cucumber here. I would say this is maybe 8 to 10 inches. That'd be like 25 centimeters. I have a nice sized bunch of dill here, about 20 grams. A nice big green onion. And I have 2 bottles of Kefir. Each of these are half a kilogram. So we're going to have 2 bottles of Kefir in here and all the rest of this. I'm going to start by boiling my eggs. So I will go ahead and put them in a pot, cover them with water, and put them on the stove. In the meantime, we'll start with our other ingredients. So before I do my prep, I'm just going to add this entire bottle of beets to a bowl. And you can make it in a pot, but the big thing is you want something you can cover, because especially if you make a fair bit of it, we may leave it in the refrigerator for some time. So here I have my beets, and I'm going to leave all this wonderful pickle beet juice in here. That's going to mix with the kefir and a little bit of salt to form the broth. So I've cut the cucumber into small quarter rounds, and we'll go ahead and use that. I've thinly sliced the green onion, and then I've chopped the dill, and looks like about a quarter of a cup by American standards, maybe a little more than that, maybe half a cup. Yeah, probably half a cup of dill, and we're going to just add this in with the beets. So I'll do that in a moment. So when I come back, I'm going to take the eggs after they've been hard boiled, and once they've cooled down, I'm also going to chop them into into smallish pieces, and I will mix them in here also. But now you can see we have our basic mixture. I'm going to stir it up, and then I'm going to stir in the kefir. Now, over the time that this marinates, the cucumbers and eggs and stuff will be dyed red. Remember, beets are a nice red dye. So here comes kefir bottle number 1. And kefir bottle number 2. And this is a lot of soup, but I can eat it every day for a while. So, and it keeps well in the refrigerator. This is both a live food, and it is a slightly pickled food. So it can keep for a little while without going bad. It's really, a perfect summer dish in that regard as well as being kind of I'm just going to salt this a little bit, as well as being nice and refreshing and stuff. So here it is. As of today, it will probably get just a little darker than that. It's definitely an unusual looking soup. So once the eggs are done, I'll be back. And so here we have our eggs. Now, some recipes say to mix everything now and go ahead and let it sit. Other recipes say add the eggs at the end. It's entirely your choice. My overall recommendation would be that if you're taking this out on a picnic and it's going to be unrefrigerated for some time, then maybe add the eggs at the end, just because like the American experience with potato salad is that eggs pose some cross-contamination risks in picnic dishes. But if you're going to be like keeping this in the refrigerator most of the time until it's ready to eat, then I would say you can add the eggs now and they will pick up some of the flavor of that wonderful broth. So I am going to go ahead and chop all of these, put them in now, and then we're going to put this back in the refrigerator, covered, to let sit for a day. Then we will stir this all together. We will now leave this in the refrigerator and we'll be back in a day or so to present it. So now this has been in the refrigerator for a day and the beet juice has started to stain everything pink. This color variation is kind of normal. So the first thing I'm going to do is stir it up. And once it's nicely stirred, then it should look a little more uniform. And you can see how pink everything is. The cucumbers, the eggs, everything. That's just, you know, as I say, beet juice is a nice magenta dye. So that's what's going on here. Next, I will present this. And then we'll do the taste test. So, obviously, some things depend upon the color of your dish. But I'm going to go ahead and spoon something into this white and red dish here. And for garnishes, I like something that contrasts. So, light colors. But also something that ideally kind of goes with the soup. So what I have here is I have a cucumber slice that I can just put over it like that. And maybe some dill. You could put the dill over the top like that. Or you could put the dill on the side like that. And so here we have our altibars, cold borscht, as the name means. And I guess next will be the taste test. But as I say, I think it looks nice and classy and it'll be absolutely tasty. And now for the taste test. This is just delicious. It's a bit sour, creamy, filling. This is just a perfect soup for you know, a hot summer day. I really like this soup. So I hope you enjoy it too. Bon appetit. See you next week.